everybody, welcome to another Photoshop CS6 tutorial. My name is Buddy Blackford. Today we're going to go over how to create a path using the Freeform pen tool. It's pretty easy and it's got some cool features that I wanted to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. So open up a new document, just a blank document, and have a background layer if you want. It can be anything, just a plain background layer is the easiest to follow. Go ahead and go to over here to your pen tools over here and select Freeform pen tool, and you can see P is the shortcut. Come up here and make sure you're set to path, and we can go ahead and get started. So all you need to do to start using this is click and drag, and you can go ahead and draw any shape that you want. And just like the other pen tool, the regular pen tool, you can close up your shape when the cursor comes to a circle and you have created a path. Now if you look over here in our path section, that's where your work path is going to be. Now you can see that this doesn't look really like what I just made. It's got some jaggedy edges, and if I click on it with my path selection tool, you can see that there's a bunch of different points that it has made. Well, we have some control over this where we can make this smoother if we want and less smooth if we want as well. So let's go back to our Freeform pen tool, and I'm going to go back to where I don't have anything going on here. Let's go into our options here, and we see this called curve fit. And if you watch the tutorial about making a selection into a path, this is just kind of like the tolerance. And this controls the complexity of your path. So the values can be set from 0.5 to 10, where the higher value, the less complex the path, aka less anchor points, and the lower value has a more precise but more complex path. So let's go ahead and change this up to 10. And let's go ahead and draw again. And close it up. And you can see it tries to make the path. Let's click on it, and we see what we've got going on here. Now we've got some of these edges here that aren't like what we've wanted. They're a little too they're a little too, what do you call it, sharp, and we can change that. If we go to our direct selection tool, select them, we've got some handles here, and we can make the edges a little bit nicer. If you click on it again, you're going to get two handles, and now if I look, the edge is a lot smoother. But what the main thing I was trying to show you is that now we have less points. We put the curve up to 10, and less points here for a less complex path. Well, let's go ahead and make a path with it set to 0.5. So let's go back to make layer. All right, let's go to our Freeform pen tool, set this to 0.5. See if that worked. Yep, 0.5. Start drawing things. I think this might have been kind of like what I made last time, and I didn't make that right. I didn't close it. And you can see what's going on here. If I click on the tool, you can see there's a lot more points now, and it gives us nicer, curvier edges because there's more points involved. One thing when you're working with vector shapes, if you feel like you're going to have to edit your shape later and mess with it a little more, you don't want to have as many points because you have less control over it when you have more points. So if I try to mess with like this section right here, it's going to be hard. Let me go to my direct selection tool, and I wanted to maybe move this around so it looks nicer. Oh, direct selection, my bad. Let me select again. Now I got to move every single one of these points, and you can see I'm getting some jaggities, and it's really annoying. If I only had just a couple of points, so, oops, my bad. If I go to here and delete anchor point tool to delete some of these anchor points out of here, Go to my selection tool. This is getting a little more advanced than I was thinking of in the tutorial. Now I can move that section a lot easier, and there's not a lot of jagged edges, and it's just easier to edit when you have less points. So that's what I wanted to show you about the Freeform pen tool. In the next tutorial, we're going to use the Freeform pen tool as well, but let's go to it real quick. There's this magnetic box right here, and I'm going to show you how to use that because it kind of makes it into a whole new tool almost. So let's do that in the next tutorial. So stay tuned and check it out, and you'll learn some more cool tips. So see you guys later in the next tutorial. I look forward to seeing you there.